It's a quiet street outside Atlanta. A luxury SUV is sitting in a driveway, doors locked, key fob inside the house. And in the morning, it's just gone. No broken glass, no alarm, like it evaporated. The owner files a police report. The insurance company cuts a check. Everybody assumes that car is being stripped for parts in some local chop shop. But here's the crazy part. That SUV isn't staying in Georgia. It isn't even staying in the country. Right now it's headed for a shipping container and a brand new life on a showroom floor on the other side of the world. So let's follow it. First, how does a locked car just vanish? On a lot of modern vehicles, the key fob is always quietly broadcasting a signal. Thieves use a relay device to catch that signal from outside your house and trick the car into thinking the key is right there. No glass, no noise. Land Rover thought this was such a problem they announced a $20 million effort to patch it. And luxury SUVs are the prize. The Range Rover Sport sits near the top of America's most stolen list because a stolen car is only worth what someone will pay for it. And overseas, people will pay a fortune. Now, the part nobody thinks about, stealing the car is easy. Making it look legal is the real work. This is where the paperwork comes in. Crews clone a clean vehicle's identity, copying a legitimate VIN off a similar car onto the stolen one. So on paper, it's a totally different, totally legal vehicle. Other rings skip the theft entirely and just use stolen identities and credit cards to buy cars from online dealerships and never pay. Federal prosecutors charged a man near Atlanta who did exactly that. 19 dealerships across the Southeast, all funneled toward one port, and that port is the choke point. In Georgia, the pipeline runs straight to the Port of Savannah. The stolen SUV gets loaded into a shipping container, often on paperwork that says it's full of furniture, and lines up with everything else leaving the country. Here's the gap that makes the whole thing work. Around 3 million containers move through Savannah every year. Nobody can open all of them. Nationwide, customs physically scans only a few % of containers, so agents play the odds, x-raying the ones that look suspicious. Most stolen cars just sail right past. Where do they go? A lot of them cross the Atlantic to West Africa, to growing markets in countries like Nigeria and Ghana, where a clean, reliable foreign SUV is in huge demand and can resell for 2 to 3 times its American price. That gap is the whole business model. And this isn't a few guys in a garage. Interpol's stolen vehicle database holds over 12 million records, and in one recent year, it flagged around 270,000 stolen cars worldwide. This is transnational organized crime, and the car from that Atlanta driveway is one quiet data point inside it. So who pays? You do. Vehicle theft costs Americans more than $8 billion a year, and every stolen luxury SUV pushes everyone's insurance higher. Customs is fighting back, recovering over 1,400 export cars in a single year, but they'll be the first to tell you they're catching a fraction. Here's where I land. That SUV in the driveway was never really the target. It was inventory. One unit in a global supply chain built on a clever trick, fake paperwork, and a hole in the system big enough to drive a container ship through. If this was fascinating, subscribe. I dig into the stories underneath the stories. I'll see you in the next one.